Hi Mom, hi Cindy, hi Donnie, hey Megan. I wanted to show you what I made Shae for Easter. So these are the little bunnies that are gonna get packed up with this adorable blanket. It just turned out so cute. It was so fun to make. It was so easy to make. And I just love the ruffle, look at that. Is that awesome? This is a double gauze ruffle. I did it with a ruffle foot, and after you wash it, that's what it looks like. This is what it looks like before. So you can kind of see the difference. So when you wash it, it just gives it this kind of, I don't know, worn, shrunk, just the cutest thing ever. But I love the pink little bunnies in the cotton and in between the flannel and then the double gauze ruffle. Just turned out too cute. So this is how I did it. I've been making things since I was 3. Creating is my happy place and my passion. My hope is that you feel inspired as a result of watching my videos and create something incredible. I would love to hear about it by leaving me a comment below and give the thumbs up for other interested viewers. So you know when you're in the store, the fabric store, and you find fabric that you just love, have to have, you put it away, you forget about it, and then Easter comes. Ooh, and I have to whip up a quick toddler blanket for my 1.5-year-old grandniece. I also found this, which was adorable, but I have a slight issue. It's cut really wonky. It was just a remnant. I picked it up because of the bunnies and the color, but it also has a flaw. So most blankets, most quilts that I do, I don't follow a pattern, because sometimes you need to modify, which I do often. So I wanted to kind of show you some of the tricks that I use for making a blanket or a quilt without a pattern. And I think the first thing that you need to do is figure out your knowns. So I know that I want to use this fabric. I am flexible on the width of a little border that I'm going to put around. So I'm going to cut this flaw out. And how I'm going to do this is I'm just going to cut it directly on it, and it'll be in the seam on either side, and I think I'll be okay. So I've washed my fabric, dried it, put some stuff on it, didn't help. But I'm going to whack on this a bit. So I have 4.5 inches on this side. So square it up, and then that's 2.25 inch borders. And that's all I get. So now I have my 4 pieces, my 4 border pieces. That's 42 inches. So any one of my sides of my blanket cannot be more than 42 inches. And that's good. Usually a baby blanket's 36 by 40, something like that, doesn't matter. But I wanted to put that cute little border on. This is going to be my centerpiece, the flannel. This is going to be the back, and I think I'll probably trim it out. I'll have a little extra of this. So I've got plenty of this. Now I just have to decide on the size that I'm going to use. And quite a bit of it. I'm going to put a border on the other side. It is a little bit directional, so I would want to take off strip of 6 inches. So let's do that first. I'm going to take off the selvage, take off a strip of 6 inches, see how much is there, and where we're going to go from there. Okay. So I think I'm going to be fine. If I take another 6-inch strip That is going to be on the sides. That's going to leave plenty for the inside panel. So we're all good there. I'm going to take another 6 inches. I'm going to take a strip off of the bottom. And it's probably going to be wider than that. These together. That's okay. But that means that I need to take another 6 inches for my bottom, and whatever's left, then I can deal with for my centerpiece. There we go. Okay, and these are my top and my bottom. My sides, my borders, I'm good. How much do I get to play around with in the center? And that's perfect. Oh, that's really great. Okay, salvage off on this side. Okay, can we spare some? And is when this goes on the back, it's a lot of pink, and I'm going to do the gauze ruffle on the edge, and I was hoping on the back that it would have just a little bit of border, kind of reversible, and break up the pinks a little bit, is what my thought process. But I'm running out of fabric. But I think I'm okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and take 2.5 inches off of all the way around. So I'm thinking, if I have 2.5 inch borders around, I need to splice them. So I need two for each side. So that's 10 inches, top and bottom. So that's what it's going to leave me for the panel inside, which I think is going to be fine. Okay, here's my center panel, and we've whittled it down, but I think that'll be just fine. So I kind of fudged a little bit because I like the pink so much. I took like 1/8 of an inch seam, and that'll get it to show just a little bit more. So I'm going to iron this and cut the tails off. Alrighty. And I didn't even pin it. Seriously, I just zipped it along. So I have my pink borders on, and now I am working on putting the top border, and I have to splice it. So how I usually do this is try to go for a non-repeating pattern, so somewhere in between. So you fold your fabric 90 degrees right over where you want it to lay, and then what I do is I just press it. Sew right on that crease. I do pin it. Pin this up. So I like to drop my needle, then put the fabric right at the point of the needle. So right on that crease. Now I like to iron it the way it's supposed to go. Press here. Before I cut it. A little bit more than 1/4 inch, I think. Sometimes 1/4 inches. And then I do iron my seams open.
bunnies. So my fan is going and blowing it around. So I put just an overlocking stitch just to secure. So cute. So I've completed my baby blanket top. It's actually a toddler. My toddler blanket. Quilt
It's adorable.
top.
I love the pink. It worked
Now
out really
I'm working
well.
on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to size exactly to my backing, and then I'm going to cut it again, and I'm going to cut 2 inches off of each side and put my 2.5 inch strips on with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. It should just match right up. So let's square it up a little bit. Fabric really does move. Okay, so that's good. That's strip 1 on the side. So I have to join the sides and the top and the bottom. So I do the same as the other borders. I like to do it kind of in the green space, not right on a repeating pattern, so it looks a little better. Get this all lined up, and then I'm going to press it. I'm going to pin those. So you can cut all of them at the same time as long as you lay them out. I've got it about 1/4 of an inch. I think I'm going to bump it just a bit. I'm going to iron my seams open. This on this side. Cute. So my back came out so cute. Look at this, just exactly what I wanted. I'm going to prep it for putting the gauze ruffle around the edge. Right sides together. And make sure that the direction is the way you want it. And then I will reinsert the ruffle and repin, but for right now it's just a good way to make sure that it's the right size. And I'm not going to put any batting in the middle. This is an Arizona blanket, and you don't need any extra warmth in summer. So this is just a little snuggle blanket. And the size turned out just right. Stick around and I will show you how I'm going to do my gauze.
If this is your first time here, I would love for you to subscribe because this channel is all about creativity and inspiration. I hope you feel inspired to create something amazing. Feel free to share the inspiration because life is a journey we make together.